Hey guys, what is up? Zero here, and welcome back to Doki Doki God Syndrome. So, in the last episode, I said that was gonna be the last one. I lied. I'm sorry. I didn't lie with the intention of lying.
I can't believe you lied.
Shut up. But I didn't lie with the intention of lying. The creator commented saying that it's best if we do pick the other routes for the girls so that we can learn more about the story. And we apparently get something a little bit extra at the ending. So why not? Let's do that. So by that, I think he means by other routes is I don't think he means picking the other. I don't know if he means this one. I want to say he only means the hanging out with them.
Just go through and like skip and click options with the other that have to do with the other girls.
But like, will it count if I click to just hang out with someone else?
What do you mean?
Like, because like, what you're saying is it would prove too many variations. Because it's like, okay, what if I picked that person's choice and now I hung out with Sayori?
Oh no, right there. I'm assuming it's like there where it's like Tori looks disappointed and then goes red.
And then nothing else changes from that, kinda.
Yeah.
So I would assume we probably only change some things. Mostly change depending on who we speak with. Well, let's see what happens. Let's speak with Natsuki. We picking Natsuki, the one who was happier that we picked her choice. Let's talk to her more and just say fuck you to Sayori.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Natsuki seemed the most eager out of everyone to do some reading alone. It sort of got me curious about what exactly she was reading. It probably wasn't anything my speed, considering how confident in her skills she was, but it'd be nice to talk to her about. It's just manga, man. Come on. She's reading fucking Sailor Moon. I slowly start to approach Natsuki, raising an eyebrow as I realized she was hiding her book. What? Hiding her book? Why would she hide her manga? That's not Natsuki. It was covered in this pink folder, which seemed almost awkwardly bare. What was she reading that she felt the need to hide it from everyone? Hentai? Curiously? Oh god, what the fuck? Curiously, I start to come closer. Her guard seems down, her mind probably totally focused on her book. I see her break out into a big smile, snickering at something. That just got me even more curious to see what it was. It's definitely not porn now. I don't think people laugh at porn. I don't know if porn is known for its jokes. Once I get close enough to her, I give her a tiny little wave. Hey, Natsuki. Takes her a second to realize where my voice is coming from, but the instant she sees me... Ah! She nearly jumps onto her feet, slamming her binder shut with a loud thud. What do you think you're doing? Why would you sneak up on me like that, you freaking psycho? My cheeks flush as she screams so loudly the entire room could hear. I can feel Sayori and Yuri's eyes suddenly dart towards us. I was just trying to say hello. I didn't mean to scare you. Then do it like a normal person. Why the hell would you get all quiet before saying hello? I was just walking normally. I think you were just immersed in your book. My eyes dart over towards her folder, as if to better explain my point, but I noticed something. Her book is falling out of it, and I can just make out the cover image. It was done in a cartoony style, with these cute-looking girls in weird outfits. And the title, showcased in a bold, glossy gold font, was Parfait Girls. I keep staring at it for a moment, fairly certain I knew exactly what that book was. Whatever, just don't do that again. Got it? Wait. What are you looking at? Natsuki follows the trail of my eyes before looking at her own binder. She seems to realize that her book is falling out almost immediately and quickly shoves it back inside before clutching the whole thing against her chest. She goes directly at me, her body quivering with emotions I couldn't identify. I knew I'd screwed up big time, but I wasn't sure how. Did you really not want anyone to see her book? And after a tense silence, Natsuki's expression seems to soften. You saw, didn't you? Your book? Yeah, and I knew it! The other girls weren't watching us before. They absolutely were now. Natsuki clenches her fists, trembling as she seemed to be holding back tears. Oh, don't cry. Stupid club. Should have known. Natsuki, I didn't mean to... Shut up! Natsuki pushes past me, clutching onto her binder and book for dear life before racing out the door. I just stare as she runs out, dumbfounded. Sarah gives me a worried look, confused and concerned as to what was going on. I am also confused and concerned. This didn't happen when we talked to Sayori.
I don't know if it would be very... I don't know if Natsuki would do that.
I don't know if this is very cash money of her.
Be that worried about people seeing her book.
I mean, maybe. She might. I mean, to be fair, these are new people. We gotta remember that. She doesn't know us. She doesn't know anybody.
I guess.
I was like,
but,
before...
go out of your way to, like, hide your book and stuff with paper.
I mean, because I guess Natsuki, her entire life, has been made fun of most of the time for her manga. So, a bunch of new people see it, and suddenly she's already assuming she's gonna be made fun of again. Because, like, these aren't people that she has a history with or anything. These are people who she just met today, and she's like, oh, great, they're gonna make fun of me more, so she just ran out before we, quote-unquote, could make fun of her.
Okay.
So it kind of makes sense. At least in my opinion, I don't know. Other people can share their own opinions. I can't tell Yuri's expression because she's already looking back at her book. Probably trying to pretend she didn't see anything so she wouldn't have to get involved. I do that too. I'm gonna go check on her. She's not in the hallway, and I keep looking. It only takes a few minutes of searching before I can hear her sobbing from behind the door of an empty classroom. Aww. Zero. She's bundled up in the corner of the room, sitting on the floor, pressing her binder against her chest. Her eyes are bright red, an obvious sign that she had been crying for a little while. Hey, Natsuki. Sorry for sneaking up on you. I didn't mean to... It's fine. I don't even care about that anymore. Just... Why did you have to see... It was the first day, and I just wanted one day where I could just... She trails off, not finishing her sentence. I don't know what to say, just kind of watching her sadly. It's clear that she has more tears to let out, but she refuses to do anything while I'm present. She must really care about her image. Which meant... The book you were hiding. It was a manga, right? She just nods without saying anything. You're afraid we won't want you here if that's what you like to read? She doesn't say anything again, but the way she freezes up when I finish makes the answer obvious. Well, you don't have to worry about that, alright? I like manga too. As her expression softened just at the mere mention of that. Then Sayori and Yuri wouldn't judge you for liking it either. Yuri might be a little insensitive and bad with people, but she does want to be your friend. Sayori even watches anime sometimes with me, so you don't have to worry about her either. And besides, I'm pretty sure neither of them even got a good look at your book. So, your secret's safe with me. Natsuki stares at me for a second, starting to calm down. She glances at the floor, taking a few deep breaths before finally replying to me. Are you sure the others don't know? Pretty sure. Outside of you running off and shouting, I don't think they even know what we were doing. Okay. I'm gonna go clean myself up real quick, and I'll meet you back in the club room. I give her a smile and nod. That sounds good. As she's about to leave, I think of something. I don't know if this will help cheer her up anymore, but I know that it's usually fun to share your hobbies with others, so... Hey Natsuki, real quick. What exactly is your manga about? I think it was called Parfait Girls? Natsuki pauses, staring at me as if processing my request. Suddenly, she gives me a genuine smile. So you're interested in it? Yeah, I've been looking for something new to read lately, and if you think this is good, maybe I should give it a shot. Okay, well, I don't want to spoil too much then, so let me just give you the main premise. Basically, it's about these 4 girls from high school. And one of them suddenly gets these weird powers that made them super aware and smart and stuff. So they kind of start playing around with them, trying to figure out how they work, right? But her friends don't know, and she's trying to hide it from them. Oh no! Oh no! It's turning! Oh no! This isn't turning. Oh, this is turning bad again.
I was gonna make a joke, but then that happened.
Oh, we just can't have nice things. We're already broken. Why are you trying to fix us? Huh? That sounds really interesting.
You know, Natsuki having the bruises is not okay. I don't like it.
What did she have to say? Here we go. Basically, I'm assuming it's just a summary of DDLC. But then she finds a boy she can see right through her and realizes they're more to the world than her old friends. She decides to use her powers to mess with them and try to make the weird boy hate them. But nothing works, she erases everything to try and be with the boy. And even when she tries to stop and fix everything already, fix everything, it's already way too ruined for her to ever hope of making everyone happy. So yeah, and then she says, we're already broken, why are you trying to fix us?
Wow, Natsuki, way to spoil the whole book!
Yeah, jeez! Why should I even read it?
Yeah, you just told me everything!
Spoilers!
God.
Anyway.
I hate you now.
Worst girl. Spoilers. But anyway, so Natsuki's thing. So Sayori said, fuck. What was Sayori's message that she put?
It said,
Why can't we be happy or something?
it was like, we can't be there's no happiness anymore, can't you see, or something like that.
Yeah, it was like, there's no happiness here, can't you see, or something like that.
There's no more happiness here.
And then they're saying, and then Natsuki's saying, we're already broken, why are you trying to fix us? A lot of this is the same stuff Monica already reiterated, though, in the original game. She talked about how they're all broken, and there's not much you can do to really fix them. And Sayori talking about the happiness. But still, I still feel like it isn't Monica who's doing this, because I'm still convinced she's the one who sent that note, and was like, I already told you there's nothing we can do here. Like, why did you come back? And the game itself is just so broken and corrupted. This is just the game doing it. Like, I honestly think this is just the game fucking up. Yeah, I really have to check it out later. But for now, let's head back to the club room, okay? Yeah, good idea. I'm sure everyone's gonna just get more worried if we wait for too much longer. Alright, let's get going then. Very cool. Once we make it back, it only takes a little bit of explaining to calm Sayori and Yuri down. I wisely chose not to mention exactly why Natsuki had her outburst, but neither of them seemed to care too much about that. They were just glad we were safe. Phew. After Natsuki had made it back to the club room, Sayori almost immediately calls everyone to sum up today's meeting. And it's the same shit. Whee! Oh, I forgot about that.
Oh.
Oh, and then now he's gonna talk. Oh, now he's talking about this. So let's get some context here. As we draw closer and closer to our homes, though, I start to think back to the club meeting and remember a few oddities. Natsuki suddenly zoned out while we were talking. I felt like we were transported somewhere else for a second. Then she seemed to fall into madness. Oh yeah, it's just we're already broken. Why are you trying to fix us? What did those words mean? Why was I remembering them so clearly? Natsuki couldn't have said that. Could she? None of this made sense. Alright, so now let's zoom! What a zoom! Just gonna...
What? What happened?
Just gonna... We zoomed too fast!
How did it break?
Oh, I think it broke because we weren't supposed to be able to skip here.
Oh?
Yeah, because this just goes by itself. Can I pause? I can't pause. Fuck. You gotta play through this again? I'm not gonna let you guys see this. This is all the same shit, but we'll have to sit through it. And we're back!
Is this
So,
the right thing?
Yeah, remember? We chose who to talk to. So,
Oh.
now let's speak with Yuri. Again, this is what I'm pretty sure he meant by picking other routes. I don't really think much changes if we decided to go with one of their choices. Besides, like, the dialogue afterwards. So I think this is what he meant by getting more answers, is by choosing who we speak with. Because we're kind of getting some more answers. A little bit. Kind of. Still in the dark, but I mean, I'm not expecting everything to make sense to me. Pretty sure the creator said he expects to answer all of our questions in the full release, so yeah. I'm just expecting to get a little bit more insight than I had before. So let's talk to Yuri and wait for her to creep us out. I decided to look back over towards Yuri. I'm a little curious about her. Her nose is still deep in her book, clearly totally immersed in whatever world it provided. She seemed like the type of person to have high standards for literature, so if she was that invested, it had to be something special. Maybe I could talk to her about it. I slid out of my seat, awkwardly walking towards her at a slow pace, suddenly getting a little nervous by interrupting her. I didn't want to startle her or make her feel uncomfortable, but this pace probably wasn't helping. Trying to act natural, I keep walking towards her, eventually managing to get a good look at the book she was reading's cover. It was a dark red, obviously hardcover, and it showed off a strange-looking eye, staring straight ahead, unblinking and unconcerned. Right above that was the novel's title, looking as if it was etched in carefully. Portrait of Markov. You aren't supposed to judge a book by its cover, but this one was obviously pretty dark in some fashion. There was no way that was just for show. Finally, I catch up to her, standing right beside her. She doesn't seem to have noticed me, still far too immersed in her book. Her and Natsuki really are similar, aren't they? Now or never, I guess. Hey, Yuri. She nearly hops out of her seat, caught off guard by my sudden greeting. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to startle you. She takes a deep breath, awkwardly looking to the side as she focuses her thoughts and returns to normal. She still looks kind of nervous, but she was able to calm herself down quickly. It's fine. I just was too into my book. You surprised me is all. Was there something you needed? Sorta? I actually just wanted to ask you about the book you're reading. It looked sort of interesting, and I guess I'm just wondering what it was about. It kind of looks like a horror novel, so... Oh, I see. Well, your guess is correct. This is a horror novel. I just obtained it recently. I found some old horror novels on my parents' bookshelf a while ago, and I quickly became hooked on the genre. This particular book was a present from them, actually. It's kind of a short read, but it manages to do so much with that little time it has to sink into your mind. I can't help but admire it for that. I've been rereading it a lot lately, and I feel as if I find something new each time. Huh. Must be a really good book, then. And I chuckle as she gives me a simple nod in response. Would you mind giving me a little snippet of the plot? Maybe I should pick it up. I see Yuri's eyes suddenly light up at the idea, caught off guard. Oh? I suppose I could try and fill you in on the details, to some extent. I wouldn't want to spoil too much, though. Yeah, hopefully you don't spoil it as bad as Natsuki spoiled Parfait Girls. No point in reading that book. She looks down at the floor, struggling to figure out how she should go about this. I chuckle a little at her nervousness, taking a seat in the desk next to hers. I sneak a glance back at her book, noticing that she seemed to be a bit near the start of the story at the moment. Perfect! Here, I'll make things a little easier for you. Just read me a little excerpt from the page you're on right now. No context or anything, just let me get a feel for what it's like. Yuri pauses, thinking about my suggestion. Her gaze travels from me to her book, back to me. Finally, she nods and smiles. I suppose I can do that. Let me just pick a passage to start with. Her lilac orbs begin to scan the page once again, before lighting up quickly afterwards. Yes, this will do. She starts to recite the story in a soft, focused voice. It wasn't forceful or incredibly expressive, but it did show a lot of love and passion. It was like she was saying it the same way she would read it. Her voice was almost hypnotizing. But despite that, I forced myself to listen properly. Out of the darkness stepped the girl, her eyes seemingly glowing in the dim light. She stared down at the trio with an undefinable expression. It seemed to hold every emotion known to man in its pores. Rage, guilt, joy. But all of it seemed to disappear as she finally began to speak, her voice booming across the halls. You all are such ignorant fools. Only wish I could still see the world you see. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There. Oh, God. Hers is... Whoa.
Oh, hers is
Our
over.
eyes will always burn, and our souls and our scars will never heal. Oh, God. Oh, I'm sorry. I have to... Our eyes will always burn, and our scars will never heal.
Cool, Yuri. That's nice.
There. Does that suffice as an interesting enough preview? Is this like, is this supposed to be like meta, like right now? Like this is very meta, like the demo. Is that good enough for a preview?
This is good.
That's God syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, what was she saying as it was skipping? Your role is an illusion, she growls, reaching up towards her ponytail. She undoes her hair white ribbon and tosses it to the floor, glaring at the three girls with anger. Even if I were to die, it would do nothing to fix this curse. You would simply adopt the burden I now possess. Oh. We are learning more. So it says, even if I were to die... So, yeah. So the game is cursed. It's just the game. It isn't even Monica doing this. It's just the game. Because she's even saying, like, this world is an illusion. Even if I were to die, it would do nothing to fix this curse. You will simply adopt the burden I now possess. Basically... You all will just basically be, one of you will become aware. Basically, Monica's like, I'm club president, made me go insane because I became aware. And then one of you are just gonna have to deal with that shit until you go crazy, and eventually you go away, and then the next person will be the club president.
Oh, no. So, like, someone has that, and they're like, oh god, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, well, basically, it's like, it's just an unholy cycle that you're not gonna know that's gonna kill you until it's too late, probably. Granted, we're the lucky enough pals to be the club president, so you know.
Wait, I'm gonna die in 5 minutes? Oh.
A part of me feels like Sayori gave that to us out of meaniness. Out of meaniness, that's a word. She gave us out of meaniness. What a meanie. She gave that to us out of, this is rude. She was like, I don't want to deal with this. Here you go, Zero. Ah!
You need to go to the bot and be like, Sayori is being a meanie.
Well, so I was just like, cause that's, so yeah, my theory was right, I think. It's not Monica, it's just the game is so fucked that all of this is just happening because the game is just, it's supposed to happen.
Great,
And like
delete.
Yuri says, our eyes will always burn and our scars will never heal. Basically it's saying like, you can't do anything to stop this. This will happen no matter what. It's basically kind of like the same premise that Good Ending kind of gave, which is the kind of vibes I'm getting. Because remember, that was the whole point of Good Ending, was that the game was corrupted, and, you know, the game was kind of telling us to go away, and how we can't do anything to change this.
Great.
Yeah, I was like, so it's kind of like that. It's kind of like Good Ending, but except it's doing it in its own way. Proof that mods can have the same idea, but can do things in different ways, to thus create different mods, different experiences. It's like the premise can still be there, but you can still make them different in their own right.
Yep.
I flash a grin and nod. That pretty much did the trick for me. Yeah, sounds really good, Yuri. Never anything that intense before. And I guess if I'm gonna be in a literature club, I should probably expand my horizons a bit and fix that. I'll have to see if I can find that book somewhere. Yuri smiles back at me, harder than she ever had all day. Really? I'm very happy you're interested in this, Zero. Perhaps we could... She suddenly stops, her cheeks burning red a little as she realizes what she's saying. Discuss it with you sometime? I'd love to. Although, it'd probably just be me listening to you. I'm not great at picking up tinier details like that. Yes, that. I'd enjoy that immensely. And don't worry about searching for little details. The story teaches you to look out for them all on its own. Does it now?
R slash
It's an excellent starting point for psychological horror.
This entire demo is just R slash
Or at least, I think so. Ah, I see. Oh god, this guy really is me. This is how I reply to people. Well, either way, I'm sure I'll really enjoy it. Thanks for telling me about it, Yuri. No problem. I'm more than happy to assist you in broadening your horizons. We smile at each other brightly. She's clearly very pleased with how this discussion went. Unfortunately, I didn't really know how to continue it. Well, I'll let you get back to reading. I'm gonna go do my own thing for a little bit longer. No, very well. Take care. I give her a quick and quiet wave as I walk back over to my desk and sit. She does the same before quickly returning to her book. So see, I don't know, was Natsuki's longer, or am I just getting the impression that it was?
Natsuki's was longer.
So it was? Okay. Because I thought maybe... Because I'm like, maybe I'm just getting the impression that Natsuki's was longer, because I don't know, that felt definitely way longer. But even then, Yuri still felt like a decent pace, though. It like, wasn't by that much, even though they made her leave the club room. Like, there was still the same amount of dialogue to some extent, or at least close enough. After a little while, Yuri puts her book back and Sayori calls everyone together to talk about something. And then that's when we go, alright, jump scare warning everybody. Remember, you're gonna see Sayori pop up eventually. There she is. When Yuri was reading her book to me, I saw her eyes cross. And then she started reading it harsher than before. Almost screaming it with that weird smile on her face.
Oh.
I think back to exactly what it was she said then. Our eyes will always burn. And our scars will never heal. Now, such a change from the dialogue she was saying before. It didn't seem to fit somehow. So why did she say it? None of this made sense. Alright, so same stuff. So now, something different ought to happen. So let's just go... Zippity-doo-dah! Zippity-day!
The game's like, wait, you're supposed to stop skipping.
Stop it. This is the same one. This is the same dialogue. I guess we'll just talk over it, I guess.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Are you gonna say the same thing?
No, I wasn't. I was gonna talk about the mod, but you know.
Oh, I heard you start with S, so I thought you were gonna still ask me the same thing.
I'm doing fine. But anyway, I really like this mod. I'm looking forward to seeing what more comes from this, because I really like the ideas it's showing. I like that we make a schedule, like a little plan out for people, like what we're gonna do for the day. I like the whole, you have to make sure they're all happy. It's fucking telltale. You made Sayori upset with that decision.
I love how we're just talking, but Sayori's dead right now.
I mean, we've seen this before. We have to talk over this.
I know, but this is funny.
How's it funny? You're mean.
Because she's dead right now, and we're just like, yeah.
Yeah, but we've seen Sayori dead like 5 to 6 times now. I've seen it like 20. It doesn't really affect me much.
5 to 1. I think that's an under exaggeration.
That's 5 to 6 times in this mod.
Oh.
Same stuff. I feel like it's something with the ending we're gonna see that's different. Yeah,
I thought there was gonna be another girl, or like, hey, dude, what's the last route? And then I'm like, wait, Monica's not here. I forgot.
Monica's not here. Done. Am I done? I guess. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so like... Alright, turn it off.
Yeah, I was sitting here like,
Okay.
oh, we have to do another one
It's
now,
off.
but then
Nice.
I realized that she was gone.
And we go sleep. There has to be something. I did them all, Jim!
The game's like, what, you were expecting something? I don't care.
No. Don't be mean again. Hey. What are you waiting for? This is the end. No! Oh, maybe I have to click delete everything now. No, wait. I don't know. Because I'm like, did I do it right?
Was there another part in the game where you could pick someone else's like vote?
We said that I showed that option in the beginning, and I said I don't know if this affects anything.
But I think it does, because if you pick someone
Does
else's,
it?
then that's when they get disappointed or whatever.
Does that really affect what they talk to you about, though?
I don't think it. I don't know, but like, I think that's
I'll
how you're
look.
supposed to do it.
Does it really affect what they say? Sorry, let's say we picked silent reading. Let's say reading circle.
Yeah, because with that, the entire you picked silent reading, so it made Natsuki feel good, but because you started on a later save, it made them feel good all the time.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, see, there's different stuff.
What the hell? Oh god, there's way more than I thought.
because that means, because since you started on a later save, Sayori was always disappointed. Yuri was
yeah,
always
but I'm pretty sure we were. I know that, but what I meant was like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't gonna change what they talked to us about. Unless it does, in which case, how many variations are there?
I'm not really saying that. I think it's this is how you're supposed to do it, because the end, there's supposed to be something at the end, right?
I mean, I think so. If I remember his comment correctly, it says something about there being something special at the end. I mean, we'll see what happens. I'll just click these other ones just to give people more insight. Why not? Well, when I think about it, Sayori's reading circle idea is probably the best one to get the club integrated. We could use it to help get to know each other, and when we do that, future activities won't be nearly as stressful or awkward. It's kind of like diving headfirst into a pool to get used to the cold. We've got to break the ice somehow. It's better to do that sooner than later. Alright, I've decided. Instantly, everyone's staring right at me, expectantly. It's making me a little nervous, honestly. I think what we should be doing today is breaking the ice, and getting to know how we bounce off each other. In my opinion, Sayori had the best idea to help do that. The girls don't even try to hide how they feel about my decision. Sayori is absolutely ecstatic about my choice, considering how lonely she must have been sitting in this club room alone almost every single day. I think she's earned a chance to have some fun with some new potential friends. Yuri looks absolutely terrified of doing any club activities like this so soon. Considering just how timid she was, it was pretty obvious that getting this involved so quickly wasn't something she was prepared for. Hopefully, if she can get through this, though, she'll be more open to other activities in the future. And I kind of get the feeling that's what she's hoping to. Natsuki, on the other hand, seems to be okay with it. Even though she was the first to complain about this activity, I get the feeling that when she considered the other two options, this one wasn't all that bad. Okay, everyone, with that settled, I think it's time to start some reading. Let's go! Look at this, we got a back table.
Look at that!
I mean, yeah, this is the back table that's supposed to exist. This is supposed to be where they drink tea together.
Oh yeah, that's the table that they make with the desks.
Yeah, but they never showed it in the original game.
Game-wise, or 5 chairs are making me sad.
Oh, big sad. Wait, so then wait, let's see if we could choose who... Actually, no, this doesn't even... No, it's okay, you'll be sad, but it technically doesn't even go with the actual order of what the original seats were.
Yeah, it does.
Does it? Oh, well,
Yeah.
who sat... Who
That's
sat up...
Monica's...
The one in the front?
Yeah, Monica sat at that seat.
No, she didn't. Because remember, when you go to the club, Sayori says there's a seat open to me, and there's a seat next to Monica.
Yeah, it's probably like that.
No, that doesn't count. That's not sitting next to her.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pretty sure it's if they were to take into consideration, Monica would have to be sitting on one of the double seats, and Sayori would have to be sitting on one of the double seats on the other end.
I'll be right back.
If anything, Yuri was the one who probably sat there, or Natsuki, if that's actually how it was made. Which, granted, that is probably how they would have to make it, because they had to use 5 chairs and use 5 desks. In a way, this is canon in my opinion, because yeah, this is the only way you can make 5 desks into a table. So yeah, I remember some stuff from the base game, but, you know, it's also because I'm a nerd and I've played all these mods too many times. I have problems. Help me. It doesn't take us too long to bring the desks together to create a makeshift table. Then we all find seats sitting around in a circle. Suri takes a seat in the middle. She starts passing out copies of the book to all of us. Pretty convenient that she happened to have just enough copies for the 4 of us, but I wasn't about to complain. And sneezing. Apparently it's a book called The Club. The cover shows all 4 girls all in excited poses. Why are all these books just DDLC? I could see 3 of the girls really clearly, but the 4th one in the back seemed really distant. She was just hanging out in the background, not really doing anything. I guess she wasn't a particularly important character or something. That's mean. Why bother drawing her on the cover if she doesn't do anything, though? I couldn't call myself a literary critic, and I haven't even started. I couldn't call myself a literary critic, and I haven't even started reading yet. The answer is probably somewhere within its pages. Is that supposed to be a little hint, like, why is Monica on the front, on the title, on the front of the fucking, on the front of the mod, when we haven't even done anything with her yet? So it's like, yeah, just wait for the mod to tell you.
When I first decided to make this club, I picked this book out to read because it likes to change up its style a bunch. There's some really sweet and funny parts, some really sad parts, and sometimes it gets kind of scary.
I see.
Or at least I think it gets scary. Hee. Oh yeah, it's about a bunch of high school students, so it should be super relatable to us too.
When I look over at Yuri and Natsuki, I notice they all seem at least a little interested in the book. Even though Yuri's probably still a little hesitant about the activity, she seems willing to give the story a shot at least. But as I look around the room, something else hits me I hadn't noticed before. Sayori. There's only 4 of us here, right? Me, you, Yuri, and Natsuki. So he looks at me, not following my train of thought.
Yeah?
Then why did you have us get 5 chairs out?
Huh? Oh, yeah, there is. Hee. That's weird. My bad. I guess it just felt like I was, supposed to or something. I can't help but feel like we're missing someone.
Oh, wait, does she feel that way because she's the president still? Oh, I mean, at least that's what I'm thinking. Does she still feel like we're quote-unquote missing? Does she still have, like, some remnants of knowing who Monica is because she's the president? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, shit, wait. Oh my god, she's like flashing on the left. What the hell? Oh, that's so creepy and cool at the same time. Oh god. Ah! Oh, that's so creepy. Really? I guess I sort of feel that too, but no idea why.
Well, I guess if someone does decide to join super late, we'll have a seat already for them.
Oh god, that's creepy. Fair enough. Well, let's get back to the activity then. Sorry for getting us sidetracked. Oh, she's gone. Oh god, that was creepy.
Okay. I'm gonna read first.
Suri starts reading, quickly getting into the story, telling it in a very Sayori way. As I listen to it though, I start to get a weird feeling. Oh god, why is this one like so much creepier than the other options? Silent reading was such a better option than this. I want to go back to silent reading. Sayori's reading circle's scary. Like I've heard this story somewhere before. This chapter seemed to focus on one of the 4 girls, the really sweet, excited one who's been friends with this one boy for years. Sayori's taking on this character with a surprising amount of tact and talent. Like it was some sort of role she was born to play. Maybe she should try out drama. She should try out drama club sometime. I spaced out after a while, only coming back to reality once Sayori seemed to break character. Oops.
Okay, now you go next, Natsuki.
Natsuki seems caught off guard by Sayori's sudden decision.
Wait! Why are you suddenly calling on me? Because this next chapter is perfect for you.
Natsuki seemingly wants to object and argue, but seemingly can't find the right words to do so. Fine. Reluctantly, Natsuki begins to mutter the first few lines in the book, before seemingly finding something in the writing that caught her eye. And then she seemed to get to it, playing up her character similarly to how Sayori did, albeit a little bit more reserved. Sayori was absolutely right. This chapter really seemed to fit Natsuki well, and the girl it focused on reminded me of her a lot. The whole chapter felt like something you might hear in a slice-of-life manga or something. Despite her previous protests, Natsuki was pretty obviously getting into the story. She was reading it so well, too. Honestly, the way she talked about it felt so real, like it had actually happened or something. Oh, Jesus Christ! I didn't think I'd be jump scared by the Natsuki CG.
That is definitely something you didn't think would happen.
Out of all the things to be jump scared by.
Also, there is a Dusty in my room, so if you hear meowing, that's why.
Oh, you missed it. There was like a glitchy Monica on the left corner when they were talking about her.
That's not nice.
Like Sayori was like, we were asking Sayori why there was 5 chairs, and she was like, I don't know, I just felt like I had to bring it out. And then like Monica was on the left in like black and white, like glitching out.
Even they pointed out that there's 5 chairs.
Mm-hmm. But I think it's part of the story. Huh. This does sound really familiar. Oh, whoa! Oh! Excuse me?
What? I didn't see what happened. Do it again!
That said you were imagining it. Yeah! I should ask if we've met before. You're just imagining things. Yeah, Sayori's reading circle is way more creepier than the fucking silent reading. There's a lot of creepy shit going on here. Phew. Okay, there. This one's done.
Yay! Okay, so that means you're next, Yuri. Yuri?
When we turned to check on her, it became pretty obvious why she isn't responding. She doesn't look very comfortable doing this.
Shouldn't Zero go first? And surely be much better at this than me. Don't worry, Yuri. You'll love this chapter, I promise. If you say so.
Yuri starts out just whispering the few first words of the chapter, glancing up at us with flushed cheeks. As she continues on, though, she seems to relax a little, getting into the book. When she's interested, she actually seems really good at this. Invested, not interested. I guess she was just really shy. And she was probably sort of embarrassed to do something as childish as a reading circle. This chapter's way darker than the other two, which seems to be more Yuri's speed. It focuses on the other girl, who's really quiet and doesn't talk to people much. It's kind of weird, though, because she seems really nice. As Yuri keeps reading, though, it becomes pretty clear that the girl's hiding something. Oh no. She rubs her arm a lot and tends to make excuses about silly things. But just as Yuri's about to reveal what exactly it is, she seems to stop, staring at the book curiously. Aww.
Perhaps we should stop there for now.
Sayori's eyes widen a little surprised.
Why? You didn't even finish the chapter! It's just getting a bit late, and I wouldn't want to go on too long. Won't be able to stop at all if I continue like this.
Sayori seems to frown a little, but nods in understanding.
Yeah, I guess you're probably right. It does sound like it's getting really good, and...
Sayori glances over at the clock, her eyes widening.
Whoa! That much time already passed! I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, we should stop now. I'll go take these books.
Natsuki and I casually hand Sayori our copies, but Yuri seems a tad hesitant, just staring at the page she stopped on.
Sayori, would you mind if I kept this book for a little while to read? I'm really glad you liked it, but it's not mine to give you. Sorry. I just borrowed these from the school library, but I'm sure they'll let you check it out. I see. I'll have to do that then. You are somewhat correct. I felt a strange connection to that story.
I kinda did too. It was better than I thought it would be. Sayori giggles.
I'm super glad you liked it, you two. It means the literature club is starting off with success. Oh, what about you, Zero?
Huh? Me?
Yeah, did you like it?
Sorta. It wasn't bad or anything. In fact, I really enjoyed it. I just was getting this weird feeling when we read it. Kinda like Yuri and Natsuki. You sure we haven't read this book before, Sayori?
Nope, only ever skimmed it by myself.
Weird. Did you have a particular chapter you enjoyed the most? Not really. But I guess if I had to choose. What? There's more? Oh my god!
Oh.
Oh my god, how many options are there?
We're gonna have to do more episodes?
God syndrome never ends. It's a never-ending mod.
At the end, it's just like, haha, this wasn't a demo, this is a full mod, you just had to pick the right choices.
It was me, Dio.
It was me.
This wasn't a demo, it was me, Dio. Honestly, I'd say I like the second chapter the best. The other two were fine, but the weird antics and cute stuff that happened in that one was just really fun to read. Not to mention that built off the first chapters led into the third led into the third chapter in just a really impressive way. I mean, that makes sense, right? Now seems to immediately jump in, smiling brightly. Yep, makes total sense to me. All that dark, scary stuff works fine and all, but without the light-hearted stuff, what's the point? You hardly ever get to know the characters in a horror movie or something. They just exist, they get killed off or whatever. That's why I like to read... Natsuki suddenly pauses, looking to the side, biting her lip. She looks uncomfortable all of a sudden, for some reason. Sayori seems to notice, though, quickly jumping in with a grin.
Hey, let's put all our stuff back. Okay, alright everyone? We don't want any of the teachers getting mad because we messed up their stuff. You have a point. I don't want any further complications to arise. I'll help.
Natsuki doesn't say anything, just nodding. With that, we'll climb out of our seats and get to work. After we moved all the desks back where they belong, Sayori starts speaking. Hey, what? Okay, everyone. Huh? Huh?
What?
Oh, that was the option we had to do.
See?
Because now, instead of picking who we want to speak to during silent reading, we pick whose chapter was our favorite. Jesus Christ. Crackers on toast. There's so much more. Well, here we go. As we draw closer and closer to our homes, though, I start to think back to the club meeting. I remember a few oddities. Why did I feel like somebody else was watching us while we were doing the reading circle? Like somehow that extra chair Sayori brought in wasn't empty. And something about that book just felt so familiar. None of this made sense. Okay, so I think everything else is the same if we squabble. I didn't get an error this time. Alright, so yeah, everything else is the same. Alright, so that basically, damn it. So now I know what we need to do. So that means there's more of this mod than I thought. I was sitting here like, alright.
Like he was like, you should go back, because you missed stuff.
And I was like, why does he want me to only go back and talk to the other girls? And now it's like, oh, there's more depending on... There's more like, we have to pick their other options. So I guess basically we have to pick... Because I was like, reading circle's just going to be the same thing, right? They're going to say the same dialogue. But no, it's shorter dialogue, and it's different, it seems. So we got about 6 more options, I think. Because, I mean, we have to now... do the reading. We have to now pick Sayori and Yuri's chapter, and then we have to do Yuri's thing, which will then lead. We have to do not Yuri's thing. We have to do genre sharing, which will probably lead to 3 more options. So yeah, there's probably enough for another episode or 2. God Syndrome ain't done yet, basically. I mean, I'm not really complaining. I mean, very well written mod. I'm having a good time too. So yeah, I can't wait to see what more we get to uncover from this. This isn't different, this is the same, not before, so remember, why would you? This is my fault, I can't take it back, never, never, never. And then we're gonna talk to, and we're gonna do all this. Doesn't really matter what we do here, I'm assuming. One thing I can probably confirm is that festival planning doesn't really... Okay, yeah, and then look through the other routes. I could just click, but now that we know this, I'm probably just going to be clicking load way more often now and not playing through that part every time. But yeah, So yeah, there's gonna be a lot more to God Syndrome than we've seen. So in the next episode of God Syndrome, we'll probably tackle Sayori's chapter and Yuri's chapter. We'll click those, seeing we enjoyed those the most. And then we'll go back and we'll click genre sharing and then do those 3 options there and, you know, see what happens. Play around with it. Anyway, that is it. If you want to download this mod for yourself, the link will be in the description down below. There's a lot of mods we have to play. So many mods have been pushed on backlog like this, because after this, then we have to
Like
go back.
Encore?
Yeah, we have to finish Encore. We have to finish We Are Allergic Club 2. I mean, better backlog than having no mods at all.
Yeah.
It gives us something to do. Anyway, yeah. This has been Zero. Peace.
I'm a shifter at this masquerade, hiding both face and mind, afraid for you to draw. I'm a shifter, what a strategy, but don't take off my mask, revealing dark.